I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Catherine Calhoun. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm awesome. Yeah, it was a pleasure to be chatting with you, Angel.
It's a good pleasure, a great pleasure. My apologies to having this conversation with you as well. Tell me, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am Canadian, but I live in New Jersey right now.
Interesting. So tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
Well, I am an entrepreneur coach that kind of specializes in the techie stuff. So my clients are people who want to be able to get clients from the internet, but the technology piece of it is just totally tripping them up. And a fellow entrepreneur coach connected me with you, and so that's why we're here.
Sweet. So let's do a big hail out to her, right? Joy Passy, right?
That's right.
Yeah, big
Thank
up,
you,
big up,
Joy.
big up, boom. So who did you learn the skill? Before we go there, so let's unpack Catherine Calhoun coaching. So let's spell that for them, right? So it's Catherine, Kathryn, and Calhoun is KALHOUN, coaching.com, right?
Yeah, CALHOUN. Catherine, you got right, and then Calhoun is CALHOUN, and then
There we
coaching.
go. Boom.
Yep.
So let's unpack that and what you do there. I mean, I could imagine your day job helping other people with the thing they're struggling with.
Yeah. Really, I have a membership program. That's how I serve most of my clients now. I used to do a lot of one-on-one stuff, and now I'm running this amazing little membership community that's just basically a place for people who they want to be able to have an online component to their business. And it doesn't have to be like a totally online business, but maybe you want, maybe you're a coach, or maybe you're a chiropractor and you have a brick and mortar business, or you're like a real estate agent or something. And you want to be able to use the internet to help you get more visibility for your business, help you find more clients. But there is a ton of advice out there on how to do that. And what often happens is people get so overwhelmed with all of the different things they feel like they should be doing, like, oh gosh, like I need to be spending a ton of time on Facebook. I need to build a website. I need to be blogging every week. I need to get an online course going. I need to be running Facebook ads. Like it can feel really overwhelming. There's all this stuff that they need to figure out. And it's just like, what are the right steps? I just want to know the right steps to take in the right order. And a lot of times people come to me and it's sort of like they feel like they've been given this 5,000 piece puzzle, but with no box, with no lid on the box with the picture that explains how to put it together. And that's kind of what I do, is I just kind of give you the box lid to that puzzle.
I like that. I like the metaphoric picture you just painted there. Who did you learn the skill of compassion? I'd like to touch on compassion, because what you're doing takes patience. One, we're sure about that, right? Mm-hmm. And then compassion to continuously be revising. Okay, like you're hearing it, that breath, right? Like, yeah. Okay, he's new to this.
Yeah.
But that compassion, who did you learn that from?
I'll tell you. Thank you for phrasing it that way, because it's actually, I never used to see what I did through that lens of compassion. I used to sort of see myself as, little more than just kind of like a computer nerd. And I think learning the compassion, it kind of, as I started to help more entrepreneurs with this, I think the compassion started to really develop, because what I noticed was something that comes very naturally to me is something that other people really, really struggle with. And they don't just struggle with it in the sense that they go, ugh, like, I just want to throw my computer out the window. I'm just so frustrated. The struggle actually tends to shift back on themselves. So they start to say, I had this idea to start a business and I just feel like I'm failing. Or I thought I was a really smart person, but I guess I must be an idiot because everyone else seems to have this figured out and I don't. I've had people come to me and say to me that they feel like they're stupid. They feel like they're a loser. They feel like they never should have quit their day job. And so they're really, really often very demoralized and dejected and really hard on themselves. And so the compassion piece, I kind of, it kind of that evolved as I started to realize that the struggles that people had with technology, it wasn't just a matter of, oh, I'm frustrated. It was really like, it was really a stumbling block that was preventing them from achieving this big dream, this big like heart passion that they had for their careers and for their lives. And so the compassion just kind of came naturally out of that, out of realizing that I had this really just beautiful opportunity to be able to support people in just getting this one little hurdle out of the way so that they can start to build momentum and build success in their businesses.
So despite the challenges that do occur, why will you continue to repeat this skill?
You know, it's maybe a little bit self-serving, but it makes me feel really amazing to have people come back to me and just say, you know, thank you so much for helping me with this. I got my first client this week, or, you know, I'm finally able to replace my day job income. You know, it's just honestly, it's such a blessing for me. And it fills my work hours with more purpose than I've ever had before. And so it's kind of addictive.
Sweet. I love it. I love it. So tell me one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Well, it's an interesting time frame, because the last 3 years, I would say consistently has been, I became a mom in the last 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I now have a 3.5-year-old and an 11-month-old baby girl.
Wow.
And yeah, my girls, I would say consistently over the last 3 years, every single day, you know, finding time for work is always a bit of a challenge with the babies in the house, but I've been a good mom pretty consistently over the last 3 years. And that's something I'm pretty proud of.
How does it make you feel?
You know, I do. Again, I feel very blessed and grateful to be. That's one of the great blessings of being an entrepreneur. You know, sure, there's ups and downs, and there's some, you know, there's a higher risk maybe in the inconsistency of income and those types of things when you're just getting started. But to be able to spend each day the way that I want it to, and the way that I want to, and for me, that generally means, you know, spending it with my girls. I feel so lucky to be able to do that consistently.
So just to someone out there who's listening, who may be in a similar situation where they're feeling as though it's the end and it all stands on this one thing that they're struggling with, why they should do what you've done?
You know, I think it really depends on each person, actually. You know, do what I've done. What I've done is I have a balance in my life where I'm spending the percentage of time with my kids and the percentage of time at work that I want, you know, that's what I've chosen for myself. But I think really the key to being able to achieve happiness in your work and in your personal life is to find a balance that really works for you. You know, some people are a lot more driven by their work, and they get a lot more out of being like out of the house at the office. Other people get more out of spending even more time with their kids, or, you know, so I think really do what works for you. Find the balance that works for you, because that's what's going to make the journey worth it.
Love it. Amazing audience. We are live right now with Catherine Calhoun. You could check her out at catherinecalhouncoaching.com, helping you get clarity, build momentum, and find success. I put that in there. That isn't like a tagline, but that is definitely a system, right? So,
yeah, totally.
Catherine, let's switch gears for a moment. And now let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Catherine, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I think it's got to be begging my mom for dance slippers when I was 2 years old.
Wow. So you're 2 years old. Why do you think this memory is so clear?
You know, dance has always been a passion of mine. I danced professionally on cruise ships for a while. We actually had some stops in Jamaica for a number of...
Oh, really? Well, I'm in Trinidad, just to clarify, but the Caribbean Sea is the same. So there we go.
out your way. And yeah, it was a real special time in my life, and dancing is kind of my heart and soul.
That is fascinating. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in
Sure.
my mind?
Love it.
I love the fact that you were asking someone for the tools that you needed to get the thing that fulfilled your purpose done. So you needed to ask or beg, right? Your mom for the dancing
Mm-hmm.
slippers, despite your dancing need, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many other people now that you are helping who want to do things online, who have the business side, some of them done already, and all they need is the tool that you now have the opportunity to give to them.
Wow. Amazing. I love that.
There we go. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
I think I had to think about this one. I think it must have been Two Princes by the Spin Doctors.
I
Do you
love
remember that one?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. It all connects, folks. It all connects most times. Two princes. How well I'll do dancing. So she's the dancer, like she's the princess that dance. All right, my friend. Well, we have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. Catherine, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do for a living now. So is just passing on my huge techie brain body of knowledge to people who can benefit. So yeah,
Are you married?
I am married.
Well, you said you have two children, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the 11
Yep,
month old and the 3 year old, three and
that's
a
right.
half years. Do you
Mm-hmm.
believe in God?
I do, absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Probably like I'll say 7 hours a week.
All right. And what about screen time? The phone and the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8. Well, it depends on the day.
Okay. Catherine, after having 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came
Incredible.
up, it is amazing. Like, sometimes I jokingly say my butt. Immediately, I remember my butt and the numbing effect it had on it, right? But after having those conversations, I came up with a workbook that's called Yours, YOURS, and it stands for your own unique real self, your own unique real stance, your own unique real, a lot of other things. I'm intrigued to know your own unique real statement, something that represents Catherine Calhoun.
I think it's maybe cliche, but I think it's just be yourself. That's the secret sauce to everything, is just you doing you.
I love it. Catherine, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I think, you know what, just don't give up with whatever, whether it's an entrepreneurial journey or something else. You already have, I can guarantee you already have the talent and the experience that you need. So you don't need any more of that. You're already perfect. You just got to keep walking on that path. Just start moving, just keep moving in the same direction and you will get where you're going.
Love it. Catherine Calhoun, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much. This was such a pleasure.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.